So welcome. I'm Diann New, and I'm here tonight with Annalie Martin, um, Annalie North Martin, I should say, who is always somebody that I enjoy connecting with through these rituals. And tonight I'm with Magdalena, give a wave there, Magdalena, and Wed, give a wave there, Wed, our two brethren interns with us from Germany. They have stormed the water office in September and are just raring to go, and it's a delight to have their energy with us. This is their first water ritual, although the three of us have just come from 5 days in Minneapolis with Mary's Pence, where I did some rituals there. So they've experienced rituals on site, shall I say, with a large group of people. This is their first experience of this kind of community water ritual. So welcome to the two of you, and welcome to each of you. I'm in Washington, D.C., 2 blocks from the line. I should say Wed and Magdalena are really in Washington, D.C. Tonight, Kamala Harris is speaking in DC. Word is that there's 75,000 people down on the mall already. And we have a link at the end of tonight to click into the mall, what's happening on the mall. We don't expect that she's going to be speaking until 8:39. So we think we're safe to go ahead and focus on this ritual and then click in at the very end. She's on the ellipse. It's retaking the ellipse from the January 6th insurrection's time. So this is a very historic moment tonight, not only that it's Kamala Harris speaking, but it's where she's speaking. So we're sending a protective circle. People had to be on the mall by 6 o'clock and gone through security. A friend of ours, Carol Adams, who some of you know, Mary was down there with her, uh, didn't get through. She said the line was endless and lots of people didn't get in at 6 o'clock. She's just as happy actually to be outside a little bit. So welcome to this ritual. Getting ready for election results. Don't you wish that it was over now? And we were celebrating. Instead, we're storming the heavens with every prayer that has ever had meaning for us and working to get out the vote and voting. If you haven't voted, be sure and do. And still, in the midst of the last week of this election season, we look at a future full of questions. We hold both doubt and hope while imagining all potential outcomes and praying not to relive the 2016 and 29 elections. We'll get through this together. I think that's either Wed or Magdalena's quote. So when we were planning this ritual, I thought, okay, that's one that we need to put in here. We will get through this together. So during this time, let's take a collective breath. Remember and activate every spiritual practice we know and promise to support one another through this historic fight for democracy. We're 1 week before the election. How do you feel? Take a minute and type a word in the chat box that says how you feel now, and then light a candle or hold your candle. Anxious, hopeful, deeply concerned, frightened, unsettled, supported, uncertain, concerned, hopeful and optimistic, concerned but hopeful, desperate, anxious, but always trusting, and so much more. With all of these, we begin tonight.
From the New York Times, October 26, 2024. Before a vote, panic buttons and boulders. From the Washington Post, October 25, 2024. Trump's militaristic tendencies spur alarm.
My apologies. I messed up the slides. Here, let me spotlight and read. I'm very sorry, Margaret Ellen.
All right, this is my place. Yes,
Do you have a script or do you
I see it. I see it. It is the contagious power of hope, the anticipation, the energy, the exhilaration of once again being on the cusp of a brighter day, the choice to vanquish the demons of fear and division and hate that have consumed us and continue pursuing the unfinished promise of this great nation, the dream that our parents and grandparents fought and died for and sacrificed for. America, hope is making a comeback.
Let's hope Michelle Obama is right on from the Democratic convention to tonight. Hold my hand. Hold my hand while I run this race. Hold my hand while I run this race. Hold my hand while I run this race, for I don't want to run this race in vain.
From CBS, Canadian Broadcasting Corporation, domestic extremists with election-related grievances could turn to violence. Intel Bulletin warns. From the Tagesschau Deutscher Nachrichtensender, Trump's election campaign, no appearance without incitement against migrants.
From Barack Obama, Democratic National Convention, Chicago 2004. Do not boo. Vote. All across America, in big cities and small towns, away from all the noise, the ties that bind us together are still there. We still coach Little League and look out for our elderly neighbors. We still feed the hungry in churches and mosques and synagogues and temples. We still share the same pride when our Olympic athletes compete for the gold. Because the vast majority of us don't want to live in a country that's bitter and divided. We want something better, and we want to be better.
Stand by me while I run this race. Stand by me while I run this race. Stand by me while I run this race, for I don't want to run this race in vain.
From USA Today, October 26, 2024, Trump-aligned group is already planning lawsuits over election results. From the London Times, October 25, 2024, quarter of Americans fear civil war after election. Time poll shows.
Magdalena, would you please read Hillary Clinton? Mary Kay sent a message she can't be with us tonight.
We're here.
Oh, Mary Kay is here.
We got
Okay,
on. Thank
go
you.
for it, Mary Kay. Go for it, Donna.
Thank you. From Hillary Clinton, Democratic National Convention, Chicago, 2024. You know my story, and the history of our country is that progress is possible, but not guaranteed. You have to fight for it and never, ever give up. There is always a choice. Do you push forward or pull back? Come together as we the people, or split us versus them? That's the choice we face in this election.
Guide my feet while I run this race. Guide my feet while I run this race. Guide my feet while I run this race, for I don't want to run this race in vain.
From Kamala Harris to the Democratic National Convention in Chicago, 2024. It is now our turn to do what generations before us have done. Guided by optimism and faith, to fight for this country we love, to fight for the ideals we cherish, and to uphold the awesome responsibility that comes with the greatest privilege on earth, the privilege and pride of being an American. So let's get out there. Let's fight for it. Let's get out there. Let's vote for it. And together, let us write the next great chapter in the most extraordinary story ever told.
And as we sing this one, let's put a protective circle over the 75,000 people that are probably more that are down at the mall tonight, ready to listen to Kamala Harris. Guide my feet while I run this race. Guide my feet while I run this race. Guide my feet while I run this race, for I don't want to run this race in vain. It's that time when we have a special opportunity to get to know one another in small groups, to pause with 3 or maybe 4 people, however many Annalee decides to put us in group with. So a few questions that we thought about for tonight. What words grabbed your attention in the headlines and quotes you just heard? How are you doing a week before the US elections? Where are you drawing your energy from? And how are you releasing your anxieties? And who are you connecting and organizing with to keep hope alive? Take a look on the screen again at these questions. And when you get into your small group, be sure and share your name and where in the world you are from, and then share whatever it is that's touching your heart right now. Annalee, go ahead and make your magic.
If anybody needs assistance getting into breakout rooms, or if you just want to hang out here, you're more than welcome to do so. But let me know if you have any questions, concerns, problems getting into your room or anything. Cool. Y'all did great. I'm gonna eat my dinner.
but here we go. It's a poem that I've known for a long time and I've treasured. My heart is moved by all I cannot save. So much has been destroyed. I have to cast my lot with those who, age after age, perversely and with no extraordinary power, reconstitute the world.
Mary Oliver.
No,
No.
no. And while once we get someone else talks, I'm going to go to my bookshelf.
Okay.
But anyway, I'll let
So
you.
Rita, where in Canada are you from?
Toronto,
Toronto.
yes.
And
Is it-
Rosemary, your name was called out as the other Canadian among us. Where are you from in Canada, Rosemary?
Oh, Peterborough, Ontario.
Peterborough. Do you have some wise Canadian words for us tonight?
Well, that poem is I've committed to heart too, and it's Adrian Rich.
Yes,
Oh, it's Adrian Rich. Yes.
Yes.
My heart is moved by
Thank you.
all
I
I
knew you
cannot
would.
save. So
Yeah.
much has been destroyed. And I was just in Rome, by the way, for 2 weeks. And
By the way,
so there's another massive institution of concern. But I was thrilled to meet Marianne Duddy Burke of Dignity.
mhm.
And just yesterday, this is a little anecdote to cheer everybody up. Just yesterday, Marianne Duddy Burke emailed me and said, I was flying home and I flew over Peterborough
Oh.
and caused some turbulence. And that's true.
And you got it.
Oh, that's wonderful. Oh,
And thank you, Carrie, for putting that in the chat. I appreciate that, or we appreciate it. And we can send that out with the notes also. Donna, and then Cheryl, or vice versa.
I would say that our group had great concern about what is going on in the American government and in this whole election process. But I would also say that we would agree that there is a lot of goodness in the American people. And I think we're trusting in that goodness to be able to survive what a lot of us see as a very serious issue and a threat to our country.
mhm,
Mhm.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Mary just sent a text. Harris is finished. Excellent. So she spoke early.
Oh,
Oh.
Hmm.
So with that, Cheryl, you had your hand up.
Yes, and I was in the group with Donna, and she's right. We did talk about really the goodness of so many people, but we also, Donna had mentioned the feeling and experience of darkness in the experience of evil, feeling that evil has crept into our country. And I was going to say something just really before as we were brought back to the large group. I don't know how many people might be familiar with the young Sikh woman, SIHK.
EK.
That how
EK. S-I-U-K.
Her name is Valerie Carr, Quar.
Yes.
He recently did something similar to what the nuns on the bus did, kind of a caravan around the country, really trying to bring hope. But years ago, the very first time I heard her speak, she uses an expression that has never left me. And she says, when we experience darkness, is it the darkness of the tomb or the darkness of the womb?
Yes.
And Margaret Ellen said, was using John of the Cross to say, the greatest darkness is right before dawn. So I think Valerie says that in a contemporary way, to speak about the darkness of the womb.
Mm. Mhm.
Anyone else before we move on?
Just one extra word on Valerie Carr. I think her program, what she teaches and follows, she calls revolutionary love. And I get some emails. I seem to get emails from her group from time to time, and it's very courageous, but it's based on love. And so in the midst of all the darkness, and it's there for sure, but there is love.
Mm.
And let's believe that it can overcome the darkness. Anyway.
So let's move into our litany of mourning, hoping to overcome that darkness. And if you are so inclined in your own space to shake your hands with "begone, begone, begone," or however you want "begone" to happen, Marie will take us into that litany.
Democracy is in danger. Division, fear, and uncertainty exist. We now join together in the litany of mourning to cast out those things that are ripping us apart. After the leader reads each phrase, shake your hands. Be gone, be gone, be gone. Deep division, aggression, and rancid prejudice in this country. Be gone, be gone, be gone. Obstructions in Congress. Be gone, be gone, be gone. Misogyny, bigotry, vindictiveness, intellectual laziness, and white nationalism. Be gone, be gone, be gone. Deep divides along lines of party, race, class, gender, religion, and region. Be gone, be gone, be gone. Vulgarity, bullying, glorification of violence and hatred and lies. Be gone, be gone, be gone. Dark fears and angry rhetoric about the future. Be gone, be gone, be gone. Beliefs that the nation may be headed for violent conflict. Be gone, be gone, be gone. Snide remarks, sexually explicit language, sexual harassment, violence at rallies. Be gone, be gone, be gone. Attacks on the media and leaders from both parties. Be gone, be gone, be gone. Walls born out of fear and hatred. Be gone, be gone, be gone. Racist, sexist, xenophobic, ableist, anti-Muslim, anti-Semitic, and anti-LGBTQIA plus rhetoric. Be gone, be gone, be gone. The fears of our children. Be gone, be gone, be gone.
I invite you to hold your candle as we pray. Holy healer of many names, Yahweh, Allah, divine providence, wisdom Sophia, universe, great spirit, giant unifier. May your power and grace sustain us during and after this election. We need healing in our nations. In your mercy, grant us healing.
Eternal Holy One of our ancestors Sarah, Hagar, Abraham, Mother of our daughters and our sons, ease our fears, surround us with community, keep alive within us a world where difference is valued. In your mercy, grant us healing.
Forgive us, Spirit of peace, for our wars, wounds, hurts, misdeeds, violent acts, and our tendency to reduce others to the status of disposable. Save us from further terrorism and destruction, so that children of all nations may live in peace. In your mercy, grant us healing.
Holy wisdom of our mothers, Gaia, Kuan Yin, Brigitte, and Pachamama, Eve, Lilith, Miriam, Mary, Mary of Magdala, and Harriet Tubman, mystics, witches, crones, saints, and uppity women, wake us up to resist the politics of division and hate. Wake us up to defend all peoples. Wake us up to bring compassion and new life into the coldness of empire. Let your songs of justice and love be heard through us across the lands. In your mercy, grant us healing.
Guardian of all people, help us keep our eyes on the goal of democracy. Give us courage to address the issues that have been left to fester, and boldness to model what love and compassion look like. In a polarized nation in desperate need of healing, bring people of all political parties together, that we may work for liberty and justice for all. In your mercy, grant us healing.
Holy One of many names, guide the leaders of the United States and its allies. Soften their hearts to hear the cries of those most in need. Strengthen them to act responsibly to bring peace and welfare to humankind, so that all may have food, housing, jobs, equity, peace, respect, and dignity. May our soon-to-be new president-elect lead this nation with compassion and unite us beyond bigotry, hatred, and divisions. In your mercy, grant us healing.
Holy healer of many names, Yahweh, Allah, divine providence, wisdom Sophia, universe, great spirit, giant unifier. Bring us together to bridge divides, to work for healing and justice in the U.S. and around the world, so that all creation may live in peace forever and ever. Amen. Ashe. Let it be so.
And so let's keep this prayer going through our actions and keep the momentum going. If you haven't voted, vote. If you're, I guess, a US citizen, we appreciate your support, Canadians, in this time of stress. If you have already done so, consider being a mode of transportation for those needing to go to the polls, or you could volunteer at your local voting place. Take time to reflect on what this election means for you and for others, like we have this evening. Educate yourself on voter rights and where the difficulties still lie in the path of holding fair elections. Allow yourself time to both empathize and to act. And encourage and empower young voices to speak out and vote.
So let's raise these hands in solidarity. May justice guide us. May our ancestors be with us. May our children challenge us. May we collectively make a difference in this election. And may the world hear us roar and say, we are political. Our time is now. We make a difference. And let me end with an election prayer that Mary and I wrote that you've all received in the newsletter that should have been on your doorstep a couple weeks ago. You have an important choice. Consider carefully and then vote if you haven't already. When democracy is threatened, take a stand and then vote and help others vote. Because you abhor violence, choose nonviolence and then vote. And when justice, choice, and freedom are on the line, clarify your commitments and then vote. To unite the nation, to safeguard the world, get involved and vote. And to maximize your impact, help others to the polls and then vote.
We have to meet the moment we use our voice. use our vote to make the rightful choice, to make change to policies, equal rights for you and me. If the first woman turned it upside down, all of us women can turn it around. 100 years of her story, women marching for dignity. We've been held back long enough. As women, we're strong and tough, arm in arm in unity, unified for the world to see. Organizing had enough, pushing back, we're strong and tough, making change to policy. We've got the right, we are fighters on fire. Justice will guide us. We are the champions. The world's gonna hear us roar louder, voting with power, speaking in one voice. The world's gonna hear us roar. Oh, women vote, vote, vote. Women vote, vote, vote. Oh yeah. Women vote, vote, vote. Oh yeah. We'll use our votes to speak as one, looking for a new dawning day to come. Real change is here at last. Seize the moment, can't let it pass. Me for you and you for me. We'll march together till we all are free. In solidarity, for all the world to see. Through our votes, they'll hear our roar. Numbers too big to ignore. We've been held down for too long. We've got the right, we are fighters on fire. Justice will guide us. We are the champions. The world's gonna hear us roar louder, voting with power. We are inspired. The world's gonna hear us roar. Women vote, vote, vote. Women vote, vote, vote. Yeah. Women vote, vote, vote. Women vote, vote, vote. Yeah, yeah. Women vote, vote, vote. Women vote, vote, vote. Women vote, vote, vote. Women vote, vote. This is our time. This is our moment. Collectively, we can make the difference. And all we have to do is vote, 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 vote. We've got the right, we are fighters on fire. Justice will guide us. We are the champions. The world's gonna hear us roar louder, voting with power, speaking in one voice. The world's gonna hear us roar. Women vote, vote, vote. Women vote, vote, vote. Oh yeah. Women vote, vote, vote. In the name of your grandmother, women vote. In the name of your mother, women vote. In the name of justice, women vote. The world's gonna hear us roar.
So thanks for being here tonight. Thanks for sharing all your feelings with us and receiving all the words of wisdom we can gather together on a night like this. You can see that the link for the Harris closing arguments is on your script, and we have it that we can click in. I'm not sure what's going on at this point since Mary alerted us that she's already spoken, but you know that all the media is going to be speaking about it. So go forth and take all the energy of tonight. Thank you. I feel a little more hopeful, actually a lot more hopeful, that we've shared this together.